Welcome into In the Zone with yours truly, Anthony Smith. On a Wednesday evening with some breaking news to start with. Any other time, I would probably have some basketball theme music. Of course, this song here, Game On. But the song I really wanted, oh well, let's just say it's old school. It basically says they're playing basketball. But with the breaking news that we have, it's a safe bet to say somebody won't be coaching basketball. Because after 47 years, Syracuse basketball coach Jim Boeheim is out after 47 seasons. After 47 seasons, Hall of Famer Jim Boeheim will not be returning as the men's basketball coach at Syracuse. It was announced Wednesday. Just hours after the Orange lost 77-74 to Wake Forest on a buzzer-beating three-pointer at the ACC tournament, Syracuse announced that associate head coach Adrian Autry, who has been on the staff since 2011, would be promoted to replace the 78-year-old Boeheim. There is no doubt in my mind that without Jim Boeheim, Syracuse basketball would not be the powerhouse program it is today, Chancellor Kent Syverud said in a statement. Jim has invested and dedicated the majority of his life to building this program, cultivating generations of student athletes, and representing his alma mater with pride and distinction. I extend my deep appreciation and gratitude to an alumnus who epitomizes what it means to be forever orange. After Wednesday's loss, Boeheim hinted that he would be retiring, but he said it was up to the university to decide his future. As I've said from day one, when I started working here, the university hired me, and it's their choice what they want to do, Boeheim said. I always have the choice of retirement, but it's their decision as to whether I coach or not. It always has been. I've just been lucky to be able to coach this long. Added Boeheim later, I gave my retirement speech last week and nobody picked up on it. The timing of Syracuse announcing that Autry, a former player under Boeheim, would be taking over the program wasn't set until Wednesday, sources told ESPN's Pete Thamel. Boeheim has an official coaching record of 1,015 and 441 over his career, with 101 wins having been vacated because of NCAA rules violation between 2004 and 2007 and 2010 through 2012 that resulted in sanctions. Retired Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski holds the Division I career record with 1,202 victories, with Boeheim ranking second with either total. He took Syracuse to the NCAA tournament on 35 occasions and advanced to the Final Four in 5 of those trips, winning the national title in 2003. I've been very lucky to be able to coach my college team, to play and then be an assistant coach and then a head coach, never having to leave Syracuse, Boeheim said Wednesday. It's a great university. The city has embraced our team. I am amazed that we've been able to draw the fans that we've been able to draw over the years. I've been just unbelievably fortunate to keep this job. Mike Bray is thrilled that he was at Notre Dame 23 years. He's a puppy. I've had 47 years. I got to coach my sons. 2 years ago, we were in the Sweet 16. And last year, I got to coach my sons. I want to come back and coach these guys, and that's what I was able to do. The university hasn't offered me anything, whether to work or do anything at the university. That's their choice. Syracuse awaits any possible postseason bids with a 17-15 record. Autry had long been the administrative choice to be Boeheim's successor, sources said, but the timing was not finalized until after Syracuse lost to Wake Forest. Autry, a 1994 grad, had been Syracuse's top recruiter and staff member since returning to his alma mater in 2011. He brings strong ties to New York City and the Washington, D.C. area, and is also a connection to program's storied past. Boeheim has been synonymous with Syracuse for more than 6 decades. He was born in the central New York town of Lyons, not far from Syracuse. He enrolled at the school in 1962 as a walk-on, eventually becoming a captain of the then Orangemen along with Dave Bean. In 1969, Boeheim was hired at Syracuse as a graduate assistant, and in 1976, he took over as head coach of the program. He has been the face of it since. So, Jim Boeheim, after 47 years, no longer the coach at Syracuse. It's been a long ride, and I'm pretty sure a lot of memories. But the Syracuse sideline after 47 years will look vastly different come next basketball season. Moving right along. No charges for Ja Morant after investigation into IG Live video. Memphis Grizzlies point guard Ja Morant will not face criminal charges stemming from his Instagram Live video in which he appeared to display a handgun at a nightclub. The Glendale, Colorado Police Department announced Wednesday afternoon. The All-Star guard previously apologized for the incident in a statement released Saturday afternoon and has been away from the team as the NBA conducts its investigation. The Grizzlies said in a statement Wednesday that Morant will remain away from the team for at least the next 4 games. That means the earliest the All-Star guard could return is March 17 against San Antonio. The Glendale Police Department says it conducted an investigation after being alerted to the video streamed on Morant's Instagram channel, determining that the incident took place at a strip club called Shotgun Willie's early Saturday morning, hours after Memphis' loss to the Denver Nuggets, but that there was not enough available evidence to charge anyone with a crime, according to a news release. GPD was not able to determine that probable cause existed for the filing of any charges. The news release started in part. In this case, it should be noted that on the night in question, the GPD did not receive any calls for service at the nightclub regarding a weapon of any type. Subsequently, no disturbances were reported, and no citizens or patrons of the club came forward to make a complaint. The investigation also concluded that no one was threatened or menaced with the firearm, and in fact, no firearm was ever located. Morant, 23, has said he will get help while he is away from the team, adding that he hopes to work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being. NBA rules prohibit a player from possessing a firearm while on team property or traveling on team business. Colorado is an open carry state, although there are exceptions to the law, including the carrying of a firearm on federal property. It is illegal in Colorado to possess a firearm while under the influence of alcohol. In the video live streamed by Morant, it is not clear whether he is intoxicated, but others are shown drinking. So that's how we open up this segment of In the Zone. But if you stay tuned, I will be back with some more because we're just now getting started on In the Zone with Anthony. So stay tuned, I'll be right back with some more news. Welcome back to another segment of In the Zone with Anthony. And another story that we have been following is that of Texas Tech and suspended Texas Tech basketball coach explains Bible remarks in response to spitting claim. So, suspended Texas Tech men's basketball coach Mark Adams attempted to explain the incident which led to his discipline and addressed a new accusation that he spat on a player. Spat on a player. Adams was suspended for using what the school called an inappropriate, unacceptable, and racially insensitive comment toward a student athlete. The school said Adams was attempting to encourage the student athlete, who was not named, to be more receptive to coaching. The school said Adams referenced Bible verses about workers, teachers, parents, and slaves serving their masters. The coach explained to Stadium on Sunday he was quoting a verse from the Bible and told one of the players, "There is always a master and a servant." He added that he was just quoting scripture when talking about a player being coachable. I said that in the Bible that Jesus talks about how we all have bosses and we all are servants, Adams told Stadium. I was quoting the Bible about that. Texas Tech said in a statement that Adams apologized for the incident, but he clarified that he addressed the issue but didn't apologize. Adams took the head coaching job at the start of the 2021-22 season, replacing Chris Beard, who took the Texas Longhorns job. The Red Raiders made it to the national championship in 2019, only to lose to Virginia. He was also under fire for another alleged incident in which he was accused of spitting on a player. Adams said he may have slobbered on a player during the game by accident as he was battling a cold, according to Stadium. He told the outlet he didn't remember telling the player, "I can spit on you whenever I want to." The coach was suspended Sunday. Texas Tech University has suspended men's basketball head coach Mark Adams in relation to the use of inappropriate, unacceptable, and racially insensitive comments last week, the school said in a statement. On Friday, Director of Athletics Kirby Hocutt was made aware of the incident regarding a coaching session between Adams and a member of the men's basketball team. Adams was encouraging the student athlete to be more receptive to coaching and reference Bible verses about workers, teachers, parents, and slaves serving their masters. Adams immediately addressed this with the team and apologized. Upon learning of the incident, Hocutt addressed this matter with Adams and issued him a written reprimand. Hocutt subsequently made the decision to suspend Adams effective immediately in order to conduct a more thorough inquiry of Adams' interaction with his players and staff. So the question is, was Coach Adams right in his approach in using Bible verses? Did he misuse verses? Or did he use them correctly? And if that isn't enough, there is some more breaking news right now as we speak. Shawn Kemp has been taken in and booked in an alleged drive-by shooting per at Tacoma PD. So we are getting ready to dive into this story about Shawn Kemp. And Ex-NBA star Shawn Kemp booked on felony drive-by shooting charge. Former NBA star Shawn Kemp was arrested Wednesday and booked in a Pierce County, Washington jail in connection with a drive-by shooting. Tacoma police said an altercation between occupants of two vehicles near the Tacoma Mall led to shots being fired early Wednesday afternoon. No injuries were reported, and one of the cars fled the scene, according to a release from the police department on social media. A gun was recovered, and an investigation is ongoing. Online records for Pierce County show that Kemp, 53, was booked on a felony drive-by shooting charge at 5:58 p.m. local time, about 4 hours after the incident. Kemp was a six-time NBA All-Star who played 14 seasons in the league, including 8 with the Seattle Supersonics, who selected him 17th overall in the 1989 draft. So there we have breaking news, and this is a story that I will definitely be following, and will be giving you more updates on this story as this story is breaking. But once again, a long line of incidents involving high profile athletes. Just some of the things that we have been dealing with here, it seemed like the last week or two. Anyway, as we look at some more news, Trae Young befuddled by Jordan Poole technical foul on bounce pass to official. Jordan Poole was whistled for an odd technical foul in the fourth quarter of the Warriors' 137-128 loss to Oklahoma City Thunder on Tuesday night. NBA official Josh Tiven called a personal foul on Poole as he attempted to swipe the ball away from Thunder forward Jalen Williams. When Poole bounced the basketball back to Tiven, the referee charged Poole with the technical foul, to the surprise of just about everyone in attendance at Paycom Center.
We know about Draymond and 15 teams. When Jordan's getting to 12 here, look, he tossed it to the ref on the bit.
Oh my goodness. And the reason I'm reacting, I'm looking at the play right now. That referee needs to be reprimanded. Actually, that referee should have been called for a technical, his own foul, for calling that technical. Warriors teammates weren't the only ones befuddled by the technical foul. Atlanta Hawks guard Trae Young, who had the off night Tuesday, chimed in on Twitter about the call. He said, "It's the speed and the bounce pass, probably." Poole finished with 11 points on 4 of 12 shooting as the Warriors dropped to 7-25 on the road this season. The fourth quarter incident was Poole's 12th technical foul this season, which is the 6th most in the NBA and 2nd most on the Warriors behind, you guessed it, Draymond Green. Well, that's going to bring this edition of In the Zone to an end. Hope you have enjoyed this short and brief In the Zone. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.